But also, I think our universities, and maybe we just need new universities. Our universities need to get back to this idea that you are training scholars, that is part of what the job is, that the job is to steward Western civilization onto the next generation, to preserve our letters, to preserve our arts, to say, this is what the founding fathers did. This is what our history is, because we can't lose all of that. As soon as we start losing all of that or ceding ground to these leftists, they retcon our entire national history into something it is not. So we still do need those scholars. We need plumbers, we need electricians, we need scholars of American history, we need scholars of Western letters and arts. We need all of that. And maybe what we need are new universities, Maybe we need a university dedicated to the memory of Charlie Kirk. That's a great books university that is steeped in American history and that preserves our culture for next generations. That's what universities used to do, right? I mean,
Yep.
I when I went to college, I studied philosophy and theater. Totally pointless on both counts, right? I mean, just totally, completely useless. And now I'm doing this. But things that I know stories. I know what makes a good story. I know, Plato and Aristotle. I know my classics. I know my Shakespeare. I know this stuff and I can make those references, right? Because scholarship also matters. It doesn't have to be for everybody, though. And not every kid wants to grow up and quote Moliere. We're not all like that. So there needs to be room for all of us. But I do think that universities bear a responsibility to steward our culture onto the next generation. And the ones that we have right now aren't doing that.
Libby made me have a thought, Laura, if I could
Yeah,
chip in. I mean, maybe
go
the
ahead.
model is just we go to 4 years of university and we spend a lot of time drinking and a lot of time watching sports ball. And then hopefully we learn a little bit. Like maybe if you're poor, you have to get a job. Maybe that's not the way to do it. Maybe the way to do it is we go get jobs. But we also, maybe it's not a 100-hour work week. Maybe you have time so that there's experts who are online who you can buy courses, great courses. I mean, I'm just saying that are you going to learn more from your average $60,000 a year Ivy League degree, or you take a course probably for free, if not maybe for a few bucks at Hillsdale College? Like what are you going to learn more from? And the model is just the assumption that it's built in, that we're working towards university. And all the time, I live in a neighborhood where every other house in the block, there's some kid who lives there who's stressed out about going to some university,
Yep.
and they're going to get out, and they're not going to have a job waiting for them. They're not going to have a Lexus and a country club membership waiting for them when they get out. They might not be able to get a job at all. And we just need to reset people's thinking that there are other ways forward where the expectation is you're literate in the American canon, is you're literate in our founding documents. You should have a basic idea of philosophy and music and science. But we're not doing that anyway. We're getting less educated now, and it's costing more money.
We're not doing it. Yeah,
Yeah.
we need to be doing it.
Absolutely. Well, listen, I like the idea. I'm all for the idea of a Charlie Kirk University of some variety. I would get on board with that. Guys, it's been a week, and I want to say thanks to both of you for coming on. I know that it's been a tough time, I think, for everybody, but I think the best thing we can do is continue talking, continue honoring Charlie's legacy. There will be a memorial for him, a memorial service for him this coming Sunday. I know that a lot of us are planning to attend it, and it's crazy that we have to say goodbye to this person. I don't think any of us would have ever imagined we'd be here in this way. But we're here in this way, and we're going to do the best we can to pick up what Charlie left off and carry it forward. And Libby and Alex, you guys do it every day. You both do it every day at Breitbart, at the Post Millennial. So thank you guys both for all you do. You are continuing on. You've been doing it, and we're gonna continue to do it here. So thank you both for joining us on this, sad, but hopefully moving forward will be positive episode. So thank you guys. Appreciate it. All right,
you,
to
Laura.
everybody at home, as always, make sure you like, subscribe, share, and follow. And we'll see you back here next time for more of The Right View.